pieces of theater, all comedic pieces of theater, to make jokes about how theater is useless and immoral?
Not all.
I feel like it's been in most of them.
Luna, did you have to do that now? Thank you, dear. She just got scolded. I'm trying to think what comedy play. I did a lot of comedies that didn't have any, like, meta humor in them.
I'm just thinking there's a lot of that, like, Shakespeare had it in there all the time as a very tongue-in-cheek thing.
Well, it's one of those things in comedy, excuse me, is you slap them with a rock-hard misdirection, right? So if you point out the tropes that the audience is expecting, then the misdirection can be either they are followed to the T or you do something completely different.
Yeah. The downfall of Game of Thrones.
It's the downfall of Vince McMahon booking. Oh no, they think they know what's going to happen. I better swerve them.
I think he was just a control freak, but...
I think he's just a monster. That documentary's out.
Yay!
Can't wait to watch the first episode of that soon. Hey. Oh, we started off dark.
Well, at least we're talking about something nice and light this week.
We are on this episode of Soon to Be a Major Motion Podcast. That's right. It's a podcast. I am a host of it, Billy Beck.
Oh my god.
I am sober too.
Maybe that's the problem.
That might be the problem.
I am your co-host, Codie Beck.
And it is the 1st of October, Codie.
Yes. It is definitely
Play along.
that.
This doesn't come out today. It is the 1st of October, which means it is officially spooky month.
Spooky.
And I realized, didn't even plan this, but the end of our series on plays is dovetailing perfectly into what we have set up for spooky month.
I'm doing the touchdown motion with my arms because this is an audio medium and not a visual one.
If you tune into our YouTube, you can see... No, there's no cameras here.
I saw one of the various content aggregators today that was just like, I think I've never said no to anyone more than I've said no to YouTube trying to get me to try YouTube Premium.
It's because they don't let you say no. It's yes or not now.
Oh, it's like a Windows update.
Yeah, because fuck them. But anyway, how have you been, by the way? I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Been fine. As of recording, I am going to go on a conference trip for work. I will be at the conference when this comes out. Hopefully I succeed at the conference because it's a certification that I need to continue doing my job. And I would be the first person that didn't pass it if I did not succeed at taking the test. So all of my test-taking anxiety is just springing full force into the front of my brain, and I have become a gremlin again.
Is that why when you started reading the play last night, you got 3 pages in and went, fuck it, I'm playing The Sims?
I got 13 pages in, thank you very much.
I'm also... When you said fail the con, I'm thinking you're going to like a Comic Con and you just get kicked out because your cosplay is not good enough.
I'm Rainbow Dash in the jar and I just fall.
Oh no. No, why did you bring up Rainbow Dash in the jar? That's gross. And no, nobody asked me what that's about.
Also, don't Google it. If you don't understand, just live in your blissful ignorance and enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the peace of not knowing about Rainbow Dash in a jar. Or why Vaporeon is considered a sexy Pokemon. So I've been good.
Yeah, no, you just make that segue.
I've been doing good. Nothing new to report on my end. I don't think.
I feel like there's something.
Fucking what?
Don't know.
Well, then it's not important, huh?
I'm just trying to remember because everything about you is important.
That's a lie. So... As we...
Oh, you did a thing. You went to a cool place.
Oh, yeah. So it is Premier League season has started up again. Mm-hmm. We are 5-6 games in. And, of course, every weekend, except for the weekends I can't, I go down to the bar and watch with the MCFC Hollywood crew. But this past weekend, we played Arsenal. And we share our bar with an Arsenal supporters group.
Why?
Because, they were there first and we didn't have a place to go when our other bar kicked us out. And the other one closed down. And then the other one wasn't in the valley. Anyway... So we share it with an Arsenal group, and I've met and talked to a few of their leadership, and they're nice guys. But the group as a whole is problematic. And when I say problematic, I don't mean fans. I mean, I come from Philadelphia. I know what, like, rough fan bases are like, from both sides.
You know what hooliganism looks like.
When I say problematic, I mean I almost glassed one of them one time, because he... stayed after the Arsenal were done to watch the City game after and used ableist slurs towards our players. And I can take banter. You can call my players a bum or a clown or a joke, and half the time I'll probably agree with you depending on how they're playing.
Is the old guy that sings the whole time, is he a Spurs fan or is he an Arsenal fan?
Neither. Spurs fans aren't allowed at the bar because that time they tried to stab a lady.
Oh, yes.
What was the other one he said? Arsenal?
Yeah.
They sing, but it's not that... The old guy was a Chelsea fan, but he, I think, moved back to England.
Oh.
He was fun, except for, like, whistle to whistle. Like, I actually really liked that guy until he started going. But he was just, bantering.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between... in song, wondering if it's a library in this bar because the other fan base is too quiet for your liking. There's a difference between that and calling a striker a Down syndrome R word. Which I am thankful that I didn't glass that motherfucker because I'm still allowed at the bar. Spurs. But thankfully I haven't seen him again. And we've heard that they, don't know that guy. Like, he's not a regular, so... But regardless, City played Arsenal over the weekend. I don't like being in the building with them when we're playing. I can handle it if we're in different rooms watching different games. But the bar doesn't make any effort to separate the two groups when we play each other. So it's just a zoo in there. Luckily, one of our members, a great guy, invited us to watch at the LA Athletic Club downtown, which is a fancy schmancy place that probably shouldn't have let us hooligans in.
Different tax bracket.
It is a gym where the membership cost is probably more than our rent. And it's a very nice gym. Like, Olympic-sized pool next to the splash-around pool. They had an indoor track surrounding the treadmills, which I thought was fun.
That is very funny.
They had a full sports bar in there. They had 4 or 5 floors of hotel. They had a rooftop patio.
Ooh.
And we watched the game in a fucking library room with a bar attached.
Is this a building that was purpose-built for this, or is this a converted residence?
No, I think it was because it's one of the older buildings in LA. I'm pretty sure it was purpose-built to be an athletic club. I didn't do any actual research on the place, other than just what I was told. They had a speakeasy, you had to move a bookcase out of the way to go up a secret staircase, or just through a conference room on another floor. But it was a pretty dope place to watch a game, I'm not gonna lie. And since it was 8:30 on a Sunday morning, it really was just us and staff. So we tipped well. Because we were loud and obnoxious. And it was a 2-2 draw.
Never.
Me? No. Actually, I'm more chill than...
Sorry, your group? Never.
Yeah, right?
Friends of the pod, Kate and Amy.
Yes. But yeah, it was a 2-2 draw. It was a late equalizer from City, last kick of the game kind of thing. So it was an exciting game. I'm glad that I didn't have to watch it with Arsenal fans, because they would have been insufferable. But yeah, that was my week. I also watched a pretty good movie last night.
Oh, did you? What was this movie?
Well, it was based on a play from 1941. It's called Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, God. I forgot you watched that this week.
It was good!
It looked beautiful.
It did! It was good. It was good. The score of it was... This isn't about that. Why are we... I did this with The Thing that one time. Now we're doing it with Blade Runner. I gotta stop watching other movies, I guess.
Taking away movies from you would be like a significant portion of your personality.
Yes. So I watched Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh! Funny you should mention that, because I actually read Arsenic and Old Lace, the play.
I was wondering what that familiar-looking blue book was.
The Dramatist Play Service Incorporated play, I think it's called the Players Edition?
Yeah. So I brought this up a pod or two ago about, I think was it when we did Fences?
Yes.
You had like a literature version of it where it's just the text.
Yes.
There's a production house called the Dramatists Play Service, and they mass produce these little blue books
for productions
of them. I would always have those when I did my plays in high school. And
cheap.
I think we had that same one when we did Another Part of the Forest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that would make sense.
The thing about these is they also include blocking.
Property lists.
Everything you need to run the play.
Everything
you need to have a bunch of high schoolers run the play.
Details about the rights and the performance rights and special notes.
Yeah. So if you've never been in a stage play before,
yeah,
this is like seeing one of these just strikes an emotion within you if you were a stage actor at any point in time, because you've handled these and written in these and destroyed these and rewrote these, and I
think I still have the very first one of these I was ever given.
I absolutely do not.
It's I think it's over there on the bookshelf. It's for the Curious Savage.
Yeah, all of mine got burnt when I was done. if they even had pages left, because the amount of so yours is like a hardback, which I've never fucking seen. Yeah,
I think the library straight up created and bound this hardback.
I was gonna say, because I've only ever seen these softcover. Yeah. And I've only ever carried them rolled into a tube and shoved in my back pocket.
I'm pretty sure it's literally the paper book glued and or laminated onto a cardboard backing.
I would believe that.
Because you can kind of see that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure that is what they did. And then they just, reattached the actual pages into the bind. Oh, that's fucking great.
Right?
I love that. I want to know where they got a copy that didn't have notes and one roll highlighted.
The Iliad.
No, every copy at the Iliad has notes and one roll highlighted. Occasionally two in two different colors. That's how you know they were also cast as an understudy.
You used a different color when you were an understudy?
Yeah. The yellow was for my character's lines, which was usually only a handful on one page. And I would use a pink or green for an understudy.
We're just diving deep into the theater trauma.
The most I saw these, I never even performed them in front of an audience, because it was always high school. And with the exception of maybe one or two where I actually had lines, I was always an understudy for a major role, and then we did something for the understudies called an intermission scene or something, and it was right at the start of intermission. All the understudies would do a little skit based on the first act, so that we had something to do, because our one line in Act 4 as a crowd member wasn't enough.
Like how I was the understudy for Regan, and I was the only understudy that had anything memorized, and it was only Act 1.
I'm just thinking, all the high school plays I did where I did my best to learn those roles. And for the most part, I learned them. Never got to perform them. The closest I ever came to actually performing as an understudy was when we did Love's Labor's Lost in college. And the guy got sick during Tech Week, and I learned his role in 12 hours, just in case.
So when we were doing King Lear, both the primary actress for Regan and I twisted our ankle on the same night. She did hers actually performing a sport. I just fell down the stairs.
When I was a freshman in high school, we did future episode of the pod. Oh my god, Big Family one.
Oh, Cheaper by the Dozen?
That one. We did Cheaper by the Dozen because it was the year that movie, the first movie, came out.
Ugh.
And the play is not the movie.
It sure isn't.
The only similarity is number of children. And that might not even be the same. I was in a production of that, and the guy who played the oldest daughter's boyfriend tore his ACL in the middle of rehearsal.
Oh, no.
Like 3 weeks in. He was walking across the stage, somebody botched a line, and the director said, let's take it again, and then he just like hard turned, popped the knee right out.
Oh, that poor kid.
And of course, little me, do I need to learn this part now? Is it gonna be me? No, he did it in crutches.
Ah, that's very funny, actually.
Yeah. No, the character, I think, might have even been an athlete, like, canonically. So we just read, like, a sports injury.
Amazing.
It was great, actually.
So, we should probably watch a trailer, huh?
We're not there yet? We didn't do the thing about... You have no history with Arsenic and Old Lace, right? Because I don't fucking have a history with it.
No, I have no history.
The only thing is, I thought for ages that I read it in high school, because for some reason, my brain said Barefoot in the Park and Arsenic and Old Lace were the same play.
Why do you keep doing that? That also happened with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I feel like it happened with something else we did for the pod.
Fucking maybe. I don't know. I got problems. I got 99 problems. You're most of them, bitch.
I really just need to cut to the trailer there.
I think legally I need to cut that out. Let's listen to a trailer. Your special attention is requested to a message of vital importance from Cary Grant. Which means, boy oh boy, what a picture! Which means, man oh man, there's never been anything like it. Arsenic and Old Lace. Which means, wow oh wow, Frank Capra's done it again. And just look who's in it. Cary Grant and Priscilla Lane. There's nothing wrong with them that a nice quiet romance can't cure.
No, I can't. I won't. I can't go through with it. I won't marry you, and that's that. Look, don't you see? Marriage, it's a superstition. It's old-fashioned. Oh. Mr. Brewster! Don't you... Come on, dear.
And wait till you see Raymond Massey. He makes Frankenstein look like a glamour boy. And the girls who had Broadway on its ears for 2 long years. Dear, sweet, gentle Josephine Hull and Gina Dare.
But there's a body in the window seat.
Yes, dear. We know.
Only Frank Capra, the greatest comedy maker of them all. could bring you such a hilarious picture. Cary Grant, Priscilla Lane, Jack Carson, Edward Everett Horton, Peter Lorre, James Gleason. In Frank Capra's biggest show, Arsenic and Old Lace. Take Cary's word for it. It's the funniest picture you'll ever see. Arsenic and Old Lace is a 1944, technically, Frank Capra film based on the 1941 play of the same name by Joseph Kesserling. Mortimer Brewster is a world-famous drama critic? That's a thing you can be?
Yes. Before there were movies.
I guess. Except this is a movie from... He's a world-famous drama critic who is renowned for his negative opinions of marriage and related tropes often seen in plays. After getting married on Halloween morning to Elaine, he stops by his aunt's home in Brooklyn to give them the good news before heading off to Niagara Falls for the honeymoon. Speaking of all those tropes. After discovering a corpse in the window seat, he learns that his aunts have killed 11 or 12 lonely old men, depending on which aunt you ask. Soon after, Mortimer's long-lost brother Jonathan returns, having spent time in institutions and murdering 12 or 13 men, depending on who you ask. Farce ensues, resulting in Jonathan's arrest and the voluntary institutionalization of both aunts and Mortimer's brother Teddy Roosevelt. So I realized, trying to summarize this in my normal style is difficult.
Because you can't get more ridiculous?
I can't add jokes to this fucking play.
So, there are several major differences from the movie to the play.
Oh?
The marriage scene does not happen. They are not married during the play. Obviously, the play all takes place in one room. It's very much like Little Foxes, where it's happening in one area, so it's all specifically happening in their kitchen, basically. Mm-hmm. Or not their kitchen, their
like dining room, living room area.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell watching the movie what came from the play and what was added. They intended to move some scenes around. Like around the house.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Like, to the point where I think at the time they said it was the largest set ever built on a soundstage. Every room was usable, and multiple rooms were shot in and cut from the film.
Huh, okay.
And they, like you said, they had the marriage scene at the beginning, where you see them get married at the Justice of the Peace, in a proper country, as the opening titles call it. Is that joke in the...
No.
Okay, I'll talk about that joke when we talk about exposition, because I want to talk about exposition a little bit later. But no, they added the scene where they get married in the proper country of Manhattan before going back to fucking Brooklyn.
Oh, there is a joke about Brooklyn being improper.
Oh, yes. There are many.
Yes.
They added when he calls Witherspoon? Witherspoon.
Yes.
Reese's granddad.
Yeah.
When he calls Witherspoon, you see the interior of his office. I think... Oh, he goes to the judge and gets his signature at the judge's house. So there are some, like, extra scenes, but it's just, like, little...
It's stuff that you hear about, but doesn't happen.
It's
with the exception of the marriage.
It's stuff I think you need to do in a farce is take a step away and breathe when you have the opportunity to. Like in a film, you can cut away whenever you need to let something breathe and sit for a bit. Whereas in the stage, it would be the end of an act, and then the lights would go down, or a curtain would go down. Some stagehands would move some props around because time's elapsed, right? So it fills the same function as an act break without literally dimming the lights.
So we actually briefly had this conversation where we were talking about what is the difference, like what is a farce specifically? Why is this considered a farce? And the definition that I was always given, which is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, is that a farce is about doors being open and closed at the same time. It's basically about one character leaving and the next character entering. So it's a revolving door of different insane scenarios all coexisting at the same time.
I never had like a solid definition when I was, doing theater. I always saw it as a good farce has constant escalation. Everything builds on the next thing. So, for example, in this, when he finds out that his aunts have been killing people using poisoned elderberry wine. And, like, things like, he takes a moment, he's like, oh, I need a drink. And he reaches for the bottle and pours a glass as he's trying to process everything he's learning about his aunts, and then stops just before taking the drink. It's little beats like that. What could escalate that beat? Now an alcoholic enters. Like, and that's what happens. It's like, okay, we've reached a peak with the joke. How do we escalate it? How do we reach a new peak? Or when do we transfer to a new bit? And then when do we call back to bits? Yeah. When will things come back in different ways? Like the whole charge thing becomes a thing.
Which that's only ever Teddy. Yeah. Mortimer does not do it at any point during the play. Okay. Mortimer is also off stage for like a significant portion of this.
Oh, for sure. And that was another thing like I always defined a farce for me was like you said, the doors and ins and outs and just lots of characters that are very one-dimensional with something to hide, secrets to hide, that kind of thing. Yeah. And the reason we were talking about this is I have the Criterion release and there's an essay that came with it. And a line in that essay is that farce is about fear, specifically the fear of getting caught. And that rings so true in this movie. Just every character is trying to hide something from another character, and it's usually the body, and it's often the same body for multiple characters.
I also think that this, because you and I both have a background in improv.
Do we really want to tell people that?
They already don't respect us. We're podcasters.
Yeah, we're also not very good at improv.
I mean, you're better than I am. But this movie almost feels like a good herald.
Add that to the bingo cards we make of just like this. It's like a herald because every like 3-4 episodes, it's a herald.
Because you're introducing, it's not exactly the correct structure because it's not different characters every time. It's usually revolving around Mortimer and or the aunts and or Jonathan. But, like, you have the entrance of the cops. And then the next time you see the cops, they're coming in and it's just Jonathan. And then the next time you see the cops are coming in and it's everybody. But by the end of the play, you get everyone on stage all at once. You've got Elaine there, you've got Teddy there, you've got Jonathan and Einstein and the cops and the aunts, and the only one who doesn't come back after the opening scene is the preacher.
You're right. He doesn't. I feel like the actor who played the preacher probably also played Witherspoon.
Probably.
It seems like
that's something you could also play with in a farce, is it's the same character.
Yeah.
Or the same actor.
Or maybe even just have all the characters remark how the character looks like Boris Karloff. And you just get Boris Karloff to play it.
It sets him off every single time.
It's a funnier bit knowing that he played that character in the play. It's so funny.
It's just, like, I wonder when he was writing it if he picked Boris Karloff just as a joke because he was, a horror movie guy, or if he just left it blank and then they happened to get Boris Karloff.
Oh, it's such a good joke. Did you do the thing that I said you were going to do while reading? What I imagined you doing was the second or third time someone remarked that he looked like Karloff, you would say, they didn't, and then flip to the beginning and see his name on the original cast.
No, you asked me not to look at the cast.
No, and then I told you that you were going to do that thing, and you could when you did that thing. Did you want to look at the cast every time it said Karloff?
No, I just assumed it was Karloff. Oh. I just assumed they were making fun of Boris Karloff.
But you knew they cast him, right?
No.
Yeah. No, he played Boris Karloff in the...
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
I love that for him.
I really wanted you to look when you had the thought, did they cast him? But anyway. Fuck, where was I going with that?
You're talking about...
Oh, because we were talking about casting the preacher guy as Witherspoon as well. That's a real high school play thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that also works in a farce. Especially if the characters canonically look similar and are written to be played by the same guy. I think that would be a really funny thing to see.
It would be.
I feel like there's not a lot to talk about.
No, because I mean...
It's weird, like, trying to dissect a comedy that's just meant to be a comedy, a farce.
Yeah, I mean...
Without just saying our favorite lines.
Like, we could talk about how every cop is a bumbling fool, but that's just kind of...
Oh, in the play?
Yeah.
I just thought, like, why are you... It's like, every cop's a bumbling fool, the sky is blue, water's wet, yeah, we know. But in the play, yeah.
Yeah. Even the stage direction for when they've caught Jonathan, but not Einstein. So this is him. Hello, we picked up that guy that's wanted in Indiana. Now there's a description of his accomplice. It's right on the desk there. Read it to me.
Yes, this fucking scene.
Einstein enters, sees Rooney at phone. He starts toward the kitchen and sees Klein, another cop, standing there. He comes back to the right of the table and stands there dejectedly waiting for the pinch. Rooney repeats the description given him over the phone, looking blankly at Einstein the while.
Einstein in the film is played by Peter Lorre, who is the most distinct person. Which just makes that gag so fucking funny.
It is really funny.
It's really funny.
I also love that the joke of the reason why he looks like Boris Karloff is because he saw a movie with Boris Karloff and was drunk while he was operating.
Yes! I love it so much. It's such a good bit. And I'm so mad that they couldn't get Boris for the movie. Which I'll talk about a little bit later. I think we can still dig a little bit deeper into this without just reciting bits. Would you believe me if I told you that this play is a criticism of the United States of America?
Sure.
Hear me out. Oh, you said sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want more information.
You're gonna hear me out then. Nicest house on the street. So friendly. So welcoming. 12 bodies in the basement. United States of America. Bring me your huddled masses. You're tired. You're hungry. You're poor. Don't ask about who was here before us. Also, you better be white. And what we consider white. Because the Irish and the Italians weren't white yet.
I also feel like it could be read as a criticism of old money.
I just thought of one. How she doesn't want to bury the foreigner because he's a stranger. She doesn't trust him, but she knows the men she's killed, so they're fine. Gee, what does that sound like?
It's also so fascinating because it's like different murders. You've got Jonathan who's murdering people all over the globe.
The CIA.
You've got the ants who are murdering people at home.
The cops?
Which, do they go into what their cocktail of murder is?
It's their homemade elderberry wine and I think a half a teaspoon of arsenic. Shit. I know strychnine's like a pinch of strychnine at the end. And what's the middle one? It's like 2 parts arsenic, 1 part cyanide, and a pinch of strychnine.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, one of the men even said it was delicious before he died.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the exact thing, because Mortimer's reaction to it is so funny. 1 teaspoonful of arsenic, then add a half teaspoonful of strychnine, and then just a pinch of cyanide.
Okay, I mixed up the strychnine and cyanide.
And Mortimer's description is described, the stage direction is appraisingly, should have quite a kick.
It's such a funny play.
It's so funny.
So fucking funny.
But it's also like, I feel like the funniest part is that everyone in this family is insane or and I'm using that in the literal, the medical terminology of the time.
Yes.
And a murderer, because everyone who is a blood Brewster, because Jonathan is a blood Brewster, is a murderer. Because you've got
Well, Teddy's just an accomplice.
Fair.
Unless he actually did a Panama down in Panama.
The Melbourne method. So you've got Grandfather Brewster, who tested his concoctions on corpses to be sure he didn't kill anyone.
I don't think that line's in the movie. I forget that their grandfather was just an evil scientist.
Yes! You've got the aunts, who obviously are killing people, and then you've got Jonathan, who's also actively murdering people.
So if Jonathan is the CIA murdering abroad, the aunts are the cops murdering interior. What does that make Grandpa?
I think just a doctor. The American medical system?
Damn it. Carry on.
And then, now, what is the explanation for how Mortimer is not an actual Brewster?
His actual father was a sea cook. And I think passed, so his mother brought him to the Brewsters. And they raised him as their own, and his mom was their cook.
So
he's a nice white immigrant from Europe.
So in the play, there's actually a note about how you can change this if you choose to change it, because it implies the mom having premarital sex. They hired her as their cook, and 3 months later, Mortimer was born. And their brother felt so bad for the cook that he married her.
That's mentioned. I don't remember if they say when he was born, but they mentioned that the brother married her, so he's not a true Brewster. A truester, if you will.
I will not.
He's a foster.
Get out.
No. The door doesn't work.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. So I'm gonna look up the actual line and the actual thing in the play, because this is, again, your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months afterward. But she was such a sweet woman and such a good cook, we didn't want to lose her, so brother married her.
She helped the economy in a way that was pleasing to America.
There's an asterisk after the 3 months afterward that says, directors who may wish to modify the situation mentioned by Abby may add the following to the text after these words. Her poor husband had just died, and she was such, etc. Then add, so we adopted the baby and brought him up ourselves. Mortimer's line, I'm a bastard, will in this case be omitted.
And that's what they did for the film. Because I know where the bastard line is. It's when he leans out the window and yells at Elaine, I'm not a Brewster, I'm the son of a sea cook. The original line was, I'm not a Brewster, I'm a bastard.
It's not even, I'm not a Brewster?
Oh, it's in the film, it was. But, you know, the code.
It is, I'm not really a Brewster? Now don't feel badly about it, dear. And Elaine, it won't make any difference to you? Mortimer, turning slowly to face Elaine, his voice rising. Elaine? Did you hear? Do you understand? I'm a bastard!
He yells that out the window at her. Because she's outside. They move some stuff to outside as well.
Yes.
Is the cab driver in the play?
No.
Oh my god, the fucking cabbie.
The cabbie that's waiting there?
Yeah, he's waited
like 3 hours?
the whole movie. He's out there running up the meter. And every time Brewster comes out, every time Mortimer comes out, the cabbie tries to get him to, like, hey, pay the fare or go somewhere. Like, hey, the meter's running. But he's too calm about it, so he words it in a way that Mortimer misconstrues and just relates it to his plate instead. And it's a great runner.
Yes, this is,
Oh my god. And the punchline of it, it just clicked with me when they're going to take Teddy and the aunts to Witherspoon at the end, or to Happydale at the end, which, hilarious.
Yes.
He's like, are you going to take him in like a big van or anything like that? He's like, no, I've got a cab waiting outside. He's going to take that cab that they took from, like, Manhattan to Brooklyn. and were intending to take to the train station back in Manhattan, but sat for 3 hours, is now going upstate. That's going to be an expensive fucking lift.
Do we want to talk about the Brooklyn slander?
Yes, let's talk about the Brooklyn slander. I want to go into it the way the movie does. The movie opens, I assume, very different from the play, considering the baseball of it all. Was there baseball in the play?
No.
Okay, so...
Why is there baseball in everything?
Because it's America's pastime, dear, and this movie is about America and its faults.
Proceed.
So, I can't remember what the title is, but a title card appears right at the start of the movie, saying it's like on Halloween on a normal day in Brooklyn. And it's a game between the Yankees and the Dodgers, and a full-on brawl comes out. Like, it starts with a player punching a ref, or an ump. What do they call it in baseball? I don't know. It starts with a batter punching an ump because he got called out when he thought he walked. And it ends with the benches clearing, and you see a couple people leaving the benches with their bats, or pulling bats out of the bat rack to go join the brawl. People from the crowd joins in.
I love that.
And then... another title card appears that says, across the river, in proper country. And then it's them in Manhattan getting married. And then the final title card says, and now we're back in Brooklyn, and from here you're on your own. And the way that it just sets up not only the Brooklyn slander, which is a great joke, but also the cartoonishness of the world. Like, it very cleanly establishes that Brooklyn is a little fucking wacky. This shit's gonna get a little weird. It's not gonna be believable, but that's okay. It's Brooklyn.
So,
and I love that.
The slander is like one line in the play, and it is... Sorry, it's a couple of lines. So when Mortimer and Elaine, because they don't enter together, she's waiting for him and she's about to leave and he comes in and they have a little kiss and a little repartee, and she's like, oh, I was just about to run across the street and tell my father not to wait up for me. And he's like, oh, I didn't realize that was still being done even in Brooklyn. And there's another thing where he's like, the one thing that's bad about you is that you live in Brooklyn. I have to take you to New York with me. And
Brooklyn, famously not a borough of New York.
It's so funny because like even the ants are like the neighborhood has gone downhill. As
they're
murdering Methodists.
So that's like America complaining about Mexicans, like, but what they're doing in Mexico.
Well,
I don't know.
Isn't Brooklyn like known for being the immigrant section of Brooklyn or of
Queens.
New York?
I always think of Queens, but it also depends on which immigrants from where.
Fair.
Like you're not gonna see the Polish hanging out. I mean, they will be, but not a lot of Polish living in Chinatown. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I didn't spend enough time in Queens or in New York to know which borough is where which immigrants were.
I just feel like it was like. I feel like I know more about neighborhoods in Manhattan than I do about the other boroughs.
Yeah, right. Like, I only know tropes and what I've seen in movies. And Brooklyn, for me, is Spike Lee.
Yeah, I think that's why I have that association with
he spent so much
non-white.
He spent so much cinematic time in Bed-Stuy and Brooklyn in general that is what Brooklyn is to me. This felt like completely alien, but it was also, 40 years prior.
Yeah. I also think it's funny that they go out of their way to make sure what the religion of each person is so that they can give them the appropriate services when they die.
But it's always a flavor of Christianity.
Yes. It's like Methodist, because they are Baptists? No,
they drink. They're not Baptists.
I just remember the last one they kill is Methodist, because they're talking about giving him a full Methodist service.
That's, yes. And that was part of the thing with Spinozzo. They don't know. Although, probably Catholic, right?
Also, his only crime was pointing out that what's-his-face looked like Boris Karloff. Which I think happens 3 times.
I believe so.
I believe Rule of Threes is like adhered to with every joke in this play.
I believe you're correct. In the movie, there's an extra charge or two, but that's because Mortimer does a charge up the stairs, and I think Witherspoon or the police chief considers it.
I love the police chief's disgust with Teddy, and all the other people are, like, deferring to him.
Yep. That's great. Oh, I love that character so much.
Is the line about him being George Washington and hiding under the bed?
We suggested he be George Washington for a while, but instead he hid under the bed for 3 weeks and was nobody. I fucking love it. It's so funny. Do they have the conversation when he calls Witherspoon to get Teddy in there? Like, to get the okay from the asylum?
No, Witherspoon actually shows up because he doesn't have to call him. He was already planning. So the play takes place over basically like 16 hours or so, which there's actually a really funny gag between acts 2 and 3. So act 1 and act 2 are the same night, just like a couple hours apart. And then act 3 is the next morning. And the joke at the end of act 2 is that the policeman starts telling the plot while his play? Yeah, starts telling the plot of his play while Mortimer is literally bound and gagged to a chair. And then Jonathan and Einstein are also in the room. And in the morning, he's still telling the play. He hasn't finished the story yet. But Mortimer is asleep, Jonathan is asleep, and Einstein's the only one that's still awake, and it's because he's been drinking brandy.
So instead of just, doing an elegant fade to do that in the movie, Einstein bashes Jonathan on the head to knock him out, and that's why he's asleep. And the dialogue is not changed. He's still like, oh, did my play bore you to sleep or whatever? Like, he still says that. But what I was saying about Witherspoon is there's a bit about Teddy when he calls Witherspoon and he's like, yeah, you need to admit my brother, he thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. And he's like, why'd you have to say Teddy Roosevelt? I've got 4 of them here already. Couldn't he be a Lincoln or... It's such a stupid joke and I love it so much. Do you want to talk about mental health and how it's portrayed in here at all? Or do you want to just kind of not have that discussion on a fun episode?
I mean, I feel like we can touch on it because it's basically like, it's not even what I think we would call mental health in the modern era, because that feels more like, as much as it is normalized in the last like 10 years, 10 to 15 years, like we now are like, oh, well, depression is a mental health issue and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. And this is more like, no, these people have legitimate disorders of their brain that we, in 5 to 10 years, we would have electrified their brains to fix them of.
5 to 10 years ago, they would have done that too.
They actually still offer shock therapy as treatment for depression.
Hey, for some people, it works. I prefer weed. Yeah, I just noticed that it was like, because I'm cackling at some of these jokes. These jokes hold up so well, and it's been, 80 years. 83 since the play was written.
But
I know. And the jokes hold up. This is a very funny piece of work. The only ones that bothered me at all were... I mean, I think the old ladies being just blatantly racist is kind of funny still. But not in the way that they intended it to be funny. But some of the mental health jokes, like, kind of bothered me, but... I don't know, maybe it's just because I read Teddy as, like, on the spectrum. In a way. Just, like, he's really fucking into Teddy Roosevelt. And that's evidenced in the scene when he comes out with a biography of Teddy Roosevelt, because he's reading up more that he wants to reenact. And everyone just enables him, which is fine. He's obviously leading a happy, healthy life while being accessory to murder. And he's not hurting anybody, he's just playing his bugle at odd hours.
Which I love how that is the one crime.
That is the crime. That is the crime that he goes to the asylum for. Yeah, it just seems like that's how I read that, and they're like, institutionalize him, we need to put him away. And I'm like, do we? He's not hurting anybody. He's fine. Oh, wait, the bodies. Yeah, maybe the bodies.
I feel like that's kind of part of the joke of the farce, though, is that the one person who isn't hurting people is the one that they're trying to lock up.
Oh, for sure. and Mortimer, the innocent man, is the one trying to do it because he sees that as a way to protect his aunts, who are actively murdering people.
Yes. I feel like it's also kind of
it's like how Republicans will blame mental health for gun violence. When they're the ones pushing the guns, and then they're used on innocent children in a school, and then, all these mentally ill people need to be put away. Mortimer's a Republican. I'm going to keep going back to that metaphor, because it's fucking there, dude. It's there.
The old money, rich white man is a Republican? I'm shocked.
Born on third and thought he hit a triple. Baseball.
Get your baseball out of here.
No! I will put baseball in everything. Stop making noises.
I had another bit about the mental health thing. No, it's gone.
Okay. So do we want to armchair diagnose everybody?
I mean, I feel like it's all
it's all going to land on sociopath.
Yeah.
Except Mortimer's got an anxiety disorder.
It's... Because, like, the two women genuinely think that they're doing something good because they're extrapolating one man's experience.
Yep.
You know what? So, at the end of the play, the curtain falls on them killing Witherspoon.
Huh?
The end of the play is them talking to Witherspoon after everything's been signed, and they're talking about, you must have to get back home to your family. And he's like, the institution is my family. It keeps me busy. And they're like, so you must be lonely. And they're like, you should drink some elderberry wine with us. And he's like, well, once you get to the asylum, our relationship will have to be more professional, but surely we can have some here. And the curtain falls as he's drinking.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, the curtain comes back up and the main cast does their curtain call.
So it actually says that for curtain call, it should be the dead men that come across and do it.
And then the 13 dead men come up from the cellar and they do their curtain call.
Is there also the thing about the reason that they want to kill someone else is so that they can beat Jonathan once and for all?
Yes.
Because he has that line where he's like, well, we're tied, and now at least both of us are tied. You can't get any more either. And they're both like, poor Jonathan. He can't stand anyone beating him. Let's kill this man. We gotta beat him.
I love it. It's just a feud between serial killers. It's crazy. I fucking love this movie. It's so good.
It is good.
Yeah, no, Witherspoon gets out alive, and like everyone, I assume, goes to the asylum.
Because you can't kill anyone on screen. Because they don't actually kill anyone on screen per code, right?
Exactly.
Everyone's either already dead.
They changed that ending because you can't kill Witherspoon on screen. And when Mortimer arrives at the house, Mr. Hoskins?
Yes.
Hoskins. I know he says like 14 different names.
Yes.
So Mr. Hopkins is already in the window seat.
Anthony.
No, he's already in jail. The detectives are going to use his help to solve the murder. And then when Jonathan and Einstein arrive, it's Spin also. He's already a body.
Yes.
So you want to talk about the production of the movie?
Yeah.
Little fun stuffs.
Fun stuff.
We've hinted at some of this already. It was directed by Frank Capra. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It's a Wonderful Life.
I feel like it's really funny that he's more well known for the more dramatic parts of his portfolio. Like
the schmaltziness.
Yeah, because like this is genuinely hysterical.
There's a term for his more melodramatic movies, and it's called Capricorn. Because it's corny, and it's Capra, and it's a pun. And no, I did not make that up.
But
I know you want to, but too bad you're stuck with me. It was written by Julius J. and Philip G. Epstein, no relation.
Speaking of criminals.
They were a twin writing duo until I think Philip died young. And then Julius went and continued writing. They are best known for Casablanca.
Oh!
Fucking right?
Okay.
The Casablanca guys made that script into a movie.
Okay.
Mortimer was played by Cary Grant, you know, Bringing Up Baby, Philadelphia Story, North by Northwest, Cake. Elaine was played by Priscilla Lane. She was in Hitchcock's Saboteur.
Okay.
Jonathan was not played by Boris Karloff. He was played by Raymond Massey, who also played Lincoln in How the West Was Won.
In this movie, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
He's got that,
He's got a very Lincoln-y
specific-
face.
Yeah.
And he was also in East of Eden, which I believe was James Dean's last movie,
Probably.
right? I might be misspeaking. Dr. Einstein as Einstein?
Yes. That's a joke they make too, is Albert Einstein? No, Herman.
Which, 1941, weird time for that. No, Dr. Einstein was played by Peter Lorre. You know, M, Casablanca, Maltese Falcon.
I always forget that he was in Casablanca.
Oh, he gets murked off screen in Casablanca.
He gets murked off screen at M.
He's characterized in, like, cartoons from the 40s all the way up to Animaniacs would have a fucking Peter Lorre character show up. Yeah. You know Peter fucking Lorre. O'Hara was played by Jack Carson. He was in the 1954 A Star Is Born, and he was in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And Abby, Martha, and Teddy were played by Josephine Hull, Jean Adair, and John Alexander. And they were all also on the Broadway cast.
Yes, I did notice that.
Now, you may ask, why comes they get to leave the Broadway cast and go shoot this movie, but Boris Karloff couldn't? So, the play premiered, I want to say April 1941. You're going to pull up the exact date for me right now. You know where to find it.
If I can open the... It was August 18th, 1941.
August 18th, 1941. Thank you so much. And shooting ran for 8 weeks, winter 1941, ending on December 19th, 1941. Now, Cody, can you think of anything that may have happened in the 8 weeks prior to December 19th, 1941?
I mean, it was only like a week before, but yeah, I can think of like a major historical event that may have happened.
Your dad's birthday?
Yeah. No, he was
That was a different year. The attack on Pearl Harbor happened a week before they were done. So, as a good American, Frank Capra actually immediately enlisted.
Of course he did.
He didn't go to fight on the front lines. He went to do... What did he fucking do? Oh, he joined the U.S. Army Signal Corps. He was a major.
Okay.
He stayed his deployment until January so he could finish shooting and editing. And then he fucking went off to the war. And when he came back, he made It's a Wonderful Life.
That tracks.
That was his next movie.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
So, it's so interesting that, like, that's what he's known for. And this movie is so fucking funny and not a lot of people have seen it.
So, wait, why did Karloff not do the movie then?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked by fucking Pearl Harbor. You know, as Pearl Harbor is wont to do to you. Takes your plans and ruins them. Thank you for getting me back on track here. So, those 8 weeks in that winter were during the Broadway run.
Yeah, if they opened on August 18th.
They were still open. And the producers, of which Karloff, I believe, was. I saw one source say he was, but it was only one place. The producers understood that Karloff's name value was moving a lot of tickets. He was top billing on the play.
That makes sense.
Not whoever the fuck played Mortimer. So the producers said, those three can go. They get their 8-week leave of absence to make the movie. Karloff, you're staying. So Karloff is not in the movie. He did allow them to use his name, or else the movie wouldn't be half as funny as it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was not allowed to leave the production. what's crazy is part of it as well is they weren't allowed to release the movie until the play stopped running. So the idea was the play opens in August, they shoot the movie in the winter, play ends in the summer, they release the movie October 1942. What year did I say this came out?
44.
44. Because that play ran like 1,400 performances.
This is like what the playwright Joseph Castlering is known for. This is the only thing that he's known for. He wrote other stuff, but this is what made him essentially famous.
They ran more performances of that play than days it was in the theater.
Oh, God.
They averaged more than one a day.
That's awful.
Yeah. What an exhausting play to perform, too, especially for Mortimer, I assume. He goes nuts by the end of the play. So the film wasn't released till, I think, September 1st, 1944. Except for Troops. Troops got to see it early, because it was done and in the can for years. So they actually took a print overseas and showed Troops in Europe. Because Capra was confused why Private was doing the charge bit up a staircase when the movie hadn't been released yet. Because Capra was over there. So yeah, that's why Karloff couldn't do it.
Honestly, that was probably a good call.
I disagree. I wish there would have been a way to get him to do it without having him leave the play. Because yeah, it's a good call to keep him on the play, but he would have made the movie so much funnier.
Yeah. But also, didn't he have an accent?
I mean, probably. I don't remember.
Because I'm just thinking,
I don't know, because, it wasn't like, Bela Lugosi.
Okay.
I think he's still Eastern European. I don't know enough about Boris Karloff. Here's me just being fucking exposed.
Research break.
Live on stream. Oh, he was English.
Oh, okay. Different accent.
Yeah, so, yeah, you might have been thinking of Lugosi.
I probably was.
But, everyone knows Karloff for Frankenstein. And you know the sounds he makes in Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I think that's just really good acting.
Pod-eligible Frankenstein.
Yes. Oh, for sure. We will. Eventually. One spooky month. Not this spooky month. They had some other options for Mortimer.
Ooh, okay.
Besides Cary Grant. They had Richard Travis, Jack Benny, Bob Hope, and my favorite, Ronald Reagan.
Oh, God. None of those. I mean, remind me, Jack Benny. I mean, I could also just fucking Google it.
I already Googled.
Oh.
He was...
I mostly just want to see his face.
This fucking guy. The pictures aren't loading. This fucking guy.
Was he, He wasn't Look Who's Coming to Dinner, was he?
No, that was Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy.
Yeah. But they did cast Cary Grant. Which I think is a little strange, because I don't think of Screwball as Cary Grant's style.
Which is funny, because the three that I think of are Screwball, The Philadelphia Story, Bringing Up Baby, and this.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I think of...
North by Northwest isn't Screwball.
Yeah, I think of, North by Northwest, and that kind of role from him more than this. This is definitely his most, 11 performance.
Yeah.
Which he actually hated.
Really?
He thought his performance was terrible in this. And do you know who we can blame for that? Pearl Harbor. Hear me out. So on set, as they were shooting the movie, which they shot in sequence in the house, they don't often do that when they make movies. They usually shot out of sequence to save money.
Yeah.
But this one they did in sequence. And Capra kept pushing Cary to go over the top with his performances, which he's very capable of doing. Clearly, I've seen this movie. It's an amazing performance. He steals this fucking movie. But he was expecting them to do reshoots so that he could tone it down a little bit and make some different choices after seeing dailies and whatnot. But you can't do reshoots when your director's fighting the Nazis. So Pearl Harbor stuck Cary Grant with a performance he hates and I love.
Was Jack Lemmon active at this time?
Jack Lemmon...
Or was he 50s?
I mean, his bigger stuff was in the 50s and 60s.
Because I'm just thinking, like, he's clearly...
No, his first performances were in, like, 48.
Okay, because I was thinking, like, Lemon clearly is aping...
Oh, he would have been... No, he was born in 1925. They shot this in 41.
Yeah, he would have been...
He would have been 16.
Yeah.
No. But, oh my god, he would have been amazing in this.
Because I'm just thinking he apes Cary Grant so well in Some Like It Hot.
Oh, he does the voice and everything? Oh my god, yeah.
The transatlantic accent.
But, like, extra. And Cary does it a little extra in some of the scenes in this.
Yes.
He's fucking great in this movie. I didn't find a lot on the 3 that came over from the Broadway. Mm-hmm. Like, they did some movies. Like, Josephine Hull, who played Abby, she won an Oscar for her role in Harvey. But I think she only did 7 films total. And Gina Dare, who played Martha, only did 5. But she was, like, Rebecca Nurse in The Crucible.
Oh, okay.
Like, prolific Broadway actress. And these older ladies in the 40s, they came up through vaudeville because just the timing of it, you know?
Yeah. That explains why they were so good.
Oh, yeah. Just nailing the comedy. Knowing how to play a straight man that well.
Yeah.
Because they are the straight men in most of their scenes. But Gina Dare, like 20 years before this, on the Broadway set, she actually helped a vaudeville performer named Archie Leach back to health. Like, he was nearly dead, and she nursed him back to health. And you may recognize his name. He's referenced by Humphrey Bogart in The Maltese Falcon. In this, in the cemetery at the beginning, his name is on one of the tombstones. Because Archie Leach grew up to be Cary Grant.
Oh.
So when they performed together, they were actually very old friends.
That's so sweet.
Right?
That explains the like maternal that really comes across on screen.
Yeah, for sure. Because you have seen parts of this movie.
I have.
We should let the audience know.
Yes. Who's another? He was also active later, but oh my goodness, what is his name? Another caked up dancer.
Fred Astaire?
No, the other one.
Oh, Danny Kaye?
No, the other one.
Oh, but Danny Kaye would have killed this.
Danny Kaye would have slaughtered.
Oh my god, I fucking love Danny Kaye.
Gene.
Hackman.
No.
Wilder.
Yeah, no.
But also Gene Wilder would have killed this.
Yes. Oh my god.
Gene Kelly. Christ.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he was active yet either.
We took our 2 brain cells and rubbed them together till there was a spark.
Gene Kelly. God, I'm doing a lot of Googling. I wasn't expecting to Google today.
Well, because I'm also thinking like
Gene Kelly, I think, was active.
Because Gene Kelly in Singing in the Rain is like also aping Cary Grant, I feel like.
I mean, probably. He was born in 1912, so he would have been in his late 20s.
Yeah,
he would have been the right age to play it, too.
And then... So was, like, Capra just trying to do movies with all of the, like, big, hot names of the era? Because you got Humphrey Bogart.
Jimmy Stewart.
You got Cary Grant. Did he do one with Clark Gable that I don't know about?
Oh, probably fucking... I don't know. I didn't do enough research, man. You're asking questions I wasn't expecting.
I'm making a joke.
Funny that you mentioned Humphrey Bogart, though. Because an early idea that was floated to the play producers to get Karloff on the movie was replace him with Bogart in the play.
Oh, that would have been an excellent joke for an audience that knows it's Bogart and they're saying, oh, he looks like Boris Karloff.
Or you change it to Humphrey Bogart and he freaks out like, oh, what? Like, that is the role you stunt cast in that play.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Danny DeVito. Actually, okay.
No, you cast Danny DeVito, but you lampshade the whole fucking thing. And everyone, instead of looking at him in fear, looks at him, like, lustily. And they say, like, oh, you look like Clark Gable. And it's just like, thank you, I get that a lot.
Who would you cast in a current production of this?
Fuck.
And it could be, let's just go with TV actors or film actors, that's going to be easier.
Yeah.
Because you and I don't know a lot of current theater actors.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, jeez. I didn't even think about it because, like, the movie cast is so fucking perfect.
You know who would be hilarious as one of the ants?
David Koechner as Teddy Roosevelt.
Show me his picture. I know the name and I can't put a face to it.
When you see his picture, you'll know I'm right.
Well, speaking of David Koechner, Paul Rudd.
As Mortimer?
As Mortimer.
Yeah.
He might be a little old.
He's like in his 50s. And it would get real weird depending on who you cast as Elaine, too.
You know who would be great as one of the ants, though? She's not technically a film actress, but Kristen Chenoweth.
Oh, yes. Yes, she would. She's getting to that age where she would absolutely nail that.
I don't know why, but I'm just thinking Kristen Chenoweth and Dolly Parton would be hysterical.
Yes. Who? So, the real question, though, is who do you cast as Jonathan, and do you change the name?
So, okay. I feel like that depends on the age of the kids. Because clearly, Mortimer has to be the oldest.
No, Jonathan's older.
Who was Jonathan's mom? How are they brothers?
Jonathan's mom was...
Did she die? Did Jonathan and...
I assume so, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it's in the script that Jonathan's the older brother. Check, it's got that fucking character description thing on the back. So that you know how to cast it. Not on the back, on the... In the back of the book. There should be a character description section.
It's not in the back, it's in
in the front?
It's in the front.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah, how does that work with the brothers?
See, I interpreted Mortimer being the oldest and Jonathan and Teddy being younger because they were the legitimate Brewsters that were born after the marriage.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just misheard something. Anyway, back to the question at hand.
Yes.
Do you do Adam Driver?
Oh my god!
Like...
That's such a good call. I feel like it's funnier if you cast someone who is legitimately conventionally handsome. Like,
I said Adam Driver.
Throw Chris Evans in there as Jonathan. And everyone says, but the joke is everyone says he looks like Chris Hemsworth.
But I wouldn't want it to not take place in the 40s.
Yeah,
like,
it kind of has to.
Yeah, because there's no cell phone.
It would also be really funny if you cast Adam Driver as Mortimer, and then you have, like, Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans as the two other brothers, and they are, like, clearly look very much alike, and you have...
That's almost too on the nose for the reveal at the end, though.
But it also wouldn't work because he's had the surgeries.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They can't look together.
I do think you're right. I think you need to cast people that look similar.
No, none of them look similar. Because the only true brothers are Teddy and Jonathan had surgery to look like Boris Karloff.
But I feel like it makes the joke funnier that Mortimer is a bastard if he looks like Teddy. And Jonathan used to look the same. Until he had his 3 surgeries?
Luke Wilson as Teddy.
Oh my god.
Owen Wilson as Mortimer.
Yes!
And Jason Schwartzman as Jonathan.
Yes! Perfection.
We're going full Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson directs it. Fuck it. It takes place in the Tenenbaum house. God damn it.
Okay, but who do you get to play Elaine?
I don't know, some young cutie I see on the street. Hollywood, baby! No. No, one of them, it would have to be... Like, fuck it, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, God.
Why not? Fuck it. She's a good actress. I've only seen her in one movie, but she was good in it. Also, it would be... Because she's done a lot of horror. And this is, like... parody of horror in a way, so I think that would be a good cast, actually.
I think Margot Robbie could be fun too.
Bit old. I know. Although, so is Owen Wilson, so what am I fucking saying? I don't know enough, like, actors in their 30s or 20s anymore.
We're old now.
I know, we're ancient. We're creaking.
But okay, now, who do you cast as Einstein?
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Charlie Day?
Read the description. 4'10", balding, wearing a diaper.
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day's a really good option, too. Actually, just cast the whole It's Always Sunny crew.
Oh god, you know who would actually love to be in this play and would be, like, a really good Jonathan?
Who?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh my god, he would. He would
be a fun Teddy, too.
He would eat this shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Cruise as Teddy, put him in, like, a fat suit.
Oh, God.
Like when he did Tropic Thunder. Just let him play a character. Fuck it. We could do this all night.
Yeah.
And we will, so... Let's see if I had anything else fun. Oh, back to Cary Grant hating it. He actually hated it so much, he donated about $100,000 of his salary. An estimated $160,000. $100,000 went to various Allied charities during the war.
Oh, okay.
So Cary Grant funded the American war machine.
Now, is that $160,000 for inflation, or is this?
I believe that was
money?
at the time.
Okay.
Because the production was a $1 million production, 1.4, I think, and 160 of that was just Cary Grant. 75K of that was just to get the 3 actors off the Broadway production for 8 weeks.
Okay.
That's what they paid the production. And then, building a massive fucking set. So I'm pretty sure those are pre-inflation numbers.
Okay.
Speaking of that big-ass set they built, you know the line when O'Hara asks if George Washington slept there?
Oh.
It's, I think, at the beginning when he's getting introduced to the family the first time. And I think he asks the other cop, did Washington ever sleep here? No memories of that? Maybe it's just in the movie.
It might just be in the movie.
So they reused that set for a movie called George Washington Slept Here. And I just think that's neat. Ooh, I missed one. The Code. They asked them to tone down the sexual frustration between Elaine and Mortimer. Because they were too horny for each other in the opening of the movie.
So, in the play, Elaine... So, another big difference is that Elaine never discovers the bodies. The only people who ever know about the bodies are Mortimer, Einstein, and Jonathan, and the sisters, and technically Teddy, although it's not clear that he really understands. Although he does have a really funny line where he's like, oh, the yellow fever is spreading. We've never had it in the window seat before.
Yes, that line is great. Do they still, try to tell the cops about the bodies and...
Yes, but...
And then Mortimer's like, no, see, they're all crazy. They all need to go to Happydale, wink, wink, wink.
Yes, so Teddy says it first, and then the ants pick up on it, and that's when he seizes his chance to be like, oh, see? They are all baddie. Because the cop is just so fucking done with it at that point that he's just like, yeah, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, shoot, what was I saying?
Elaine doesn't find out about the bodies.
Yes, she does not find out about the bodies. And technically, because they're not married yet, every time they are on screen together, they are sucking face. And by on screen, I mean on stage. There is actual stuff in the stage directions where it says, Mortimer intends for this to be a chase kiss, and she does not allow it to be. She is actively trying to get a rise out of him, because this is after he's proposed to her and then pulled it back.
She loves when she gets a rise out of him.
And she leaves, and she calls him, you critic. It's the worst thing she can say to him, and then storms off set.
Yes, they are way too horny for each other. They were too horny for the Code.
They were aggressively horny for each other in the play.
And we'll go over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Niagara Falls is never mentioned.
Really?
Because they're not married yet.
Oh, that's right.
The crux of their relationship is he actually going to marry her by the end?
Ah.
Because he doesn't want to marry her because he thinks that everyone in his family is crazy.
That makes so much of the, like, weirdness make more sense. Like, he just kind of goes cuckoo bananas, like, you just married this woman and you've got a cab waiting. Deal with the shit when you get home, buddy. But he's got to deal with it now. And it's kind of just, like, glossed over in the movie. But it makes sense that it's pulling dialogue that was intended for a not married man to say.
Yeah. It's because it's literally like he proposes to her kind of by accident. Like he doesn't expect to say it and then he says it and he sticks to it. And then 15 minutes later she comes back and he's like, we can't get married. And she's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
And then the next time she comes back, he talks to her and is like, yo, we can't get married. My whole bloodline is cursed.
Yeah.
And finally, when he finally gets the news that he's a bastard, he's like, Elaine, did you hear that? I'm a bastard. And then they kiss and run off into the sunset together. Like, she jumps into his arms and they leave. And you don't see them again.
That is the part of the movie that works the least for me is the end. Because he, all the same, like, he comes out and he's like, honey, I'm a bastard. Or I'm the son of a sea cook. And then they kiss and walk off into the sunset. But the reason she's not in the house at the time is because she sneaks in the basement and sees the bodies. That is a traumatized woman who just found 13 bodies in the basement of her new husband's childhood home. That marriage is not gonna last. They are not going to Niagara Falls. They are going to Annulment Falls.
Nah, he's rich. She's fine.
Before we go to recommends, I was very detailed in my reasoning why I didn't think Fences need to be made into a movie. And I want to acknowledge that this movie kind of does the same thing. I mean, at the time, not as much. Like, they waited till the movie or the play wasn't in Broadway anymore.
Yeah.
But I want to discuss why I feel this works better as a movie than Fences did. And I think what I came down to is, while the performances in Fences are great, and it's good to go see any performance of it, which we intend to do. We found out they're performing it in Southern California in the spring.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and go to a production, and we will report back. But I believe, and that's from my personal experience only, that the words that August Wilson wrote for Fences are good enough that even mediocre actors seem great saying them. Whereas with a play like Arsenic and Old Lace, and to an extent something like The Little Foxes, the words aren't so powerful on their own. You need to see different performances. So with Little Foxes, we talked about how the Broadway performance and the film performance were two very different performances of Regina. And they completely affect, the story being told. And I think here, some of the joy of seeing this on screen was seeing Cary Grant play that role and do that physical comedy and that cartoonishness and the cornball, screwball, the whole of it.
I feel like something else is with farce. The pace is so frantic, and part of the comedy comes from the Hays Code style of snappy banter back and forth.
Yeah, fast talking high pants.
Yes.
It's that too. And if you go to a performance of Fences, that's a bit of a dud. It might be a dud because, like, there's just not a lot of energy in one of the performers, or somebody, like, flubs some lines or whatever. If you go to a production of this and it's a dud, you're not laughing anymore. And the whole point of something like this is to laugh. So the advantage as well with film, and it's a disadvantage for something like Fences, was the editing. The editing helps something like this, because I think Capra shot in like 2 or 3 cameras at a time, which wasn't being done anymore. And that was so that they could keep their frantic pace, and he could catch everyone's reactions to what's going on, and then edit appropriately. It's what we wanted them to do with Fences, was just do a multicam.
Yeah.
And Capra went and fucking did it in 1941. So, yeah, I guess that's my thoughts on that.
I think in general, even though I would say comedy is harder to act in, it's more forgiving at the same time when you are doing an adaptation.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of, lean on the material in a different way than you can with dramatics.
Mm-hmm. And with comedy, like, you can also, like, adjust the joke. I don't know how to word this. With something like this, some of the jokes are situational. Like, oh, he came into the room at this time when this was happening. That's funny because of this. Some of them are wordplay jokes. And then there's some that are just delivery of lines. Like, how does he deliver that line? So you can also adjust the pace by changing a line delivery here or there, you know?
Yeah. So I feel like, in a way, even though Fences is a drama and Titus was a drama, I feel like Titus and Arsenic and Old Lace are closer. Because there's a lot of the same kind of, like, adjustment and delivery as opposed to the actual literal meaning of the words.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Like, performing a script like that is akin to performing Shakespeare, with the delivery can change the meaning, operative words, and all that.
Yeah. So do you recommend the movie?
Fucking yes. This movie's so goddamn funny. It's so funny.
Literally, as you finished watching it last night, you discovered that there was a commentary track, and you were like, I want to watch it again.
Yeah, I fucking should have. Should have watched it when I got home. Like, it's a really, really funny movie. The jokes don't feel dated because it's like a lot of the humor comes from situation, and then it's just clever wordplay and talking around what you're really meaning and innuendo and things like that. Very funny, family friendly, even though it's about, 2 serial killers, 3, I guess, with an accomplice or 2, and all that. It's like, it's a breezy watch. It's fucking great. Really underrated. I don't hear it talked about enough. Arsenic and Old Lace, fucking stellar movie.
Do you know where the title comes from?
I assume the arsenic in the wine and the old lace on the doily that the wine glass is set on.
It is a play on a sketch called Broccoli and Old Lace that was a Abbott and Costello bit, I believe.
Of course it's a reference to something that is way less historically significant.
Let me confirm that it is Abbott and Costello.
You're fucking the Morton Umbrella girling me all over again now. She's like, of course this is a reference to a thing I didn't know.
Sorry, it's a Frank Sullivan humor collection called Broccoli and Old Lace. Also, it is a mashup. The inspiration for the play was the house that Joseph Kesselring stayed in when he was in college.
Okay.
And the murderous old ladies are based on, let me get her name right.
Amy Archer Gilligan.
Yes.
I also had that note.
Yes, she was poisoning them for their pensions.
Her weapon of choice? Arsenic.
Do
you recommend the play? As a read?
As a read, probably not. It is very funny, and it has nothing to do with, like, the quality of the writing or anything like that. I just think it would be much funnier to see a production of it or watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you do read it, I will give a warning that there are some unexpected slurs.
Those are not in the movie.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, the cop is using a derogatory slur for Asian people, specifically Chinese man, when he's talking about the plot of his play. And I want to say it's Jonathan who has the other one, and I don't remember specifically what it is. I just remember being like, oh, I didn't expect that. But it's not like the N-word, it's another, like, ableist slur.
Oh. Well, that's not in the movie, so go see the movie.
Yeah, you can read it. It's like 80 pages.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have a chance to go see a production of it, I would, it's more fun to do that.
Yeah. Which, I guess we should tie a nice little bow on our whole series of plays. Are any of these plays worth just studying as the text themselves? Because I feel like everything needs to be seen that's written as a play.
I feel like the one that you probably could derive as much from just reading as seeing would be August Wilson.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Because there's not a lot of actual on-stage action in Fences. Yeah. All of the action happens off stage, and what you see is people learning about it.
Yeah, and I think there's enough depth in that text that you could glean a significant portion of what you would glean from a production of it.
And I wonder if that's why I was so negative towards it being made into a film, because it didn't need it.
Yeah.
It's strong enough to work on its own.
But like Titus is, we talked about it when we did that one.
It clicks so much harder when it's being performed well.
Yeah.
And both this and Little Foxes I'll put in the same boat with the performances make it.
Yeah.
They really do. So that's it for plays. We're going back to books.
Yes.
I almost said novels, but it's not quite novel for the next one. So like I said earlier, we're in spooky month. So today was a play that took place on Halloween, Arsenic and Old Lace. We actually have an episode coming out on Halloween this year, and this was a request from our friend Mel. We're doing Practical Magic. And in 2 weeks' time, we're doing something specifically scary to Cody. That's bastard. Right. That's right. This one's about baseball.
That's why you were talking about baseball so much.
Next time around is 8 Men Out.
Those of you who've been listening since our
Field of Dreams episode,
you will know that this is a callback.
I said we were going to do it, and we're going to fucking do it. Next time around is 8 Men Out. You should get a copy before you go on your work trip so you have something to do on the plane.
Fiend.
I'm looking forward to it. It's the true story of the 1919 Chicago Black Sox betting scandal and the aftermath that it had on both the players, including Shoeless Joe Jackson, and the league as a whole. And it's a great baseball movie that is not really about baseball. And I'm really curious what the book is like, because I believe it's a historical nonfiction. So that's next time around. Until then, you can find us on our socials in the link tree in the description of this podcast. It's linktr.ee/soonmajorpod. You can email us at soonmajorpod@gmail.com. I would read emails if anyone emailed us.
This is where I would keep my emails if I had
If I had one.
11 hours.
That is your flights. Congratulations. I kept you from being bored in the sky.
Now I'm just gonna have to listen to baseball.
No, you're gonna listen to a guy talk about a betting scandal involving the mafia and wage theft, and it's a story that could happen everywhere. It just happened to happen to baseball players.
It
happened to happen to baseball. Yeah, that was right.
Yes. I was just making fun of you.
That was like when She Who Shall Not Be Named kept using the phrase "pocketed it" to piss off Stephen Fry as he read those audiobooks.
I was telling that story to someone at work because we were talking about audiobooks. And she was talking about how they were still coming out with those audiobooks while she was working at the library.
Oh. I'll listen to the Animorphs audiobooks again.
Do you really? You want to suffer again?